In here are my supplies. Lots of supplies. You got gauze, backs checked. These are syringes. That's my mask. Always wear a mask when you're sick. Transfer needles. Lots of needles. Butterfly needles. My condition requires needles. And here's a little tub full of alcohol pads and gauze, and some like little blue bed sheets for in case you get messy. So a little bloody, but not too much. More supplies. And here, this is resources to help you start and stay on track with your injections. This is my 18 gauge transfer needle, 25 to 27 gauge injection needle, sharps container. Uh, Usually, there is a small version of a sharps container, but most sharps containers can be 3 gallons, 2 gallons, 1 gallon, and there's like a few, like maybe a quart gallon for like travel, gauze, alcohol wipes. This is for Hemlibra, Libra, like the sign Libra. So Hemlibra is something that I would take I do take every 30 days. I used to take Advait. Before that, I took just different medications, but I took Advait and something else. Please refer to the instructions for use. And this is my primary care, which is, of course, good old CVS. I think there's a whole booklet in here with medical information, but there is CVS Pharmacy. Your CVS pharmacist is here to help. So I would use CVS Pharmacy for all my needs of medication. So a while back, when I was a kid, my brother and I I was born with hemophilia severe type A, so was he, in which you have a factor 8 deficiency. That means blood clotting takes a bit to heal, to blood to clot, and how blood clots is improper compared to your blood or somebody else. You're not going to break somebody by touching them. Fuck all these people who just say that they know what hemophilia is. They don't understand it. Okay, so I have lived with this disease for my entire life. When I was a kid, human blood was used to convert to medication, anti-hemophiliac recombinant. Because of the AIDS epidemic, and my brother suffered for it, my brother was 11, I was 9 years old. That was hard. So at some point, they had to change to alligator blood. Then it was all completely synthesized, which led to Advait, which led to Hemlibra. And then there's something else that I might do a case study for. This is the Braille Institute. My brother was born blind. He died at the age of 11, but he had been blind his whole life. So I think of when I see the song there was a Braille Institute commercials, and the song you heard, you know that song. That was the one they would always play on the Braille Institute commercials. It's from the 80s, 70s, and 80s. So I tried applying for volunteer, never got in. They didn't want me in there. They did not want me in there. I was not allowed to tour the school without proper appointments. I tried to do that for my brother's birthday years ago. They told me politely to go fuck off. I never felt so embarrassed or disconnected from my brother, who had been dead for the last few decades. But nothing I can do about that. Hemlibra, I take every 30 days. There have been some medications that would be every 2 weeks. I would have to take medications prophylactically and take it all the time to prevent any bleeds. Now, when I was about to do track and field, I was going to do track and field. I was going to be a track and field star. But that would not happen because my left knee would give out. I had lost a lot of energy and I was not as fast as I wanted to be. I could have been on track. I was going to be a contender. I was going to be a track and field star at 18 years old. And my hemophilia took it away from me. Just like that. So I had limitations. I had surgery I had one surgery for my appendix. When my appendix was hurting like hell, and I had blood in fluids. Uh, One day I just walked home from Cal State University. I walked what must have been almost like an hour home to my house. Felt like an eternity. And I called, whatever family member, and then called up my clinic, and they rushed me to the hospital because the appendix was going to burst at some point. And if it burst, that means I'd be dead. And that would have been it. So I came close to death before. It's a hard thing. Between that and then having surgery for my left knee, they removed a lot of the tissue that was damaged by the hardened blood, which turns to lead. So I could not run anymore. And I had radiation in my knee for a week or two. And I just couldn't do what I wanted anymore. I couldn't be a track and field star. I couldn't run, but I still exercise. I do my push ups, I do my sit ups, I do my squats, I do my head turns, my foot turns, turn my ankles. I lift water buckets. I do leg stretches, arm stretches, staircases, bicycles. The one exercise thing I want is a standing bike in which you have you hold on to the skis and you go back and forth, but you're standing on a bike and you're just going up and down. Your legs are in motion, your arms are in motion. So you're not easily just like you're not on a ski machine and you're not on a pendulum where you can just kind of bullshit it a bit. Every part of your body has to be awake. So that's one of my favorite exercises. But it's in a park way like maybe probably like 3 miles away. And it's hard to just get to it. But I like that standing bike. It's my time is limited with how I can use my energy. If I have to walk for, let's say, 2 hours or 3 hours total, by the time I get home, I'm crippled for like a day. And I'm crippled for a day. And then the next day, I need crutches. And then by the third day, I can kind of walk and hobble a bit, but I still need a crutch sometimes. And then by the fourth day, I can walk again. But it takes me a few days to like recover. I share this with you because you seem to be in good health. You don't seem to have anything like lupus or hepatitis, which I beat hepatitis, or some kind of life-threatening disease or some kind of handicap. But I've lived with this handicap for years, and I hope it doesn't happen to you. So that's what I wanted to share. It's not embarrassing to share this because I've talked about this before. But the topic is rather boring and it has had some history. I've lost my cousin over this disease. I lost my uncle who died at 3 years old, my mom's brother, who would be, I think he would be 83 or so today. Um, that's just a tough one. So with that, I'll close it out and thank you for listening. And this video ends in 3, 2,